It's the holidays, and I am here. This is Kev. I'm here with my first annual holiday special, which basically means I have a Christmas tree, and there's a roaring fire in the corner over there. Of course, it's my TV screensaver, but I swear to you, I feel warmer when it's on. So I've got the fireplace roaring, I've got the Christmas tree going, the Rockettes are in the kitchen, and I've got brownies in the oven. So Martha Stewart, move over. There's a new kid in town. Anyways, I just wanted to say hi to everybody. Hope you're all having a great holiday or making the absolute best out of it. I know it's been an incredibly crazy year, but you know what? It's almost over. And 2021 has got to be an upswing from here. So let's just count on that. And to that point, I'm hoping that this will be a little kickoff. I'm going to share with you a little gem that I taped a while ago with the absolute incomparable, endearing, and dare I say, charming, she'll hate that, Carol Luca Burns. That's right. That's right. Carol and I and about, I don't know, a trillion other people go way back. But I studied with Carol when I was in college. She has forever been a mentor, still. In fact, she gave me notes yesterday. And almost every phone call ends with homework. So I just leave it at that. But to love her or to know her is to love her, or to love her is to know her. Either way, either way. Oh man, I'm gonna go global very soon. This kind of talent. But I wanted to say, have a great holiday. Enjoy this chit chat with Carol Luca Burns, and can't wait to talk to you more in 2021. So here we go.
Well, hi, Victor Kevin. How are you?
I can see the ring light is on.
Can
You're
you
all,
see?
yeah, it's
You look
fabulous.
like you've been at the beach for a month.
Pretty much, pretty much. I
I
have to do
saw
what I,
that.
I do what I can to, get my vitamin D.
Yeah, that's good. No sunscreen for you.
And I can see you're in your favorite little spot in that fabulous room of yours.
I am.
I know,
And
exactly.
and we cut down all the dead flowers, and we're getting ready to head for Florida.
I know. I can't even believe that it's that time already.
Yeah,
God,
fall.
October 7th. But anyway, so so for folks who don't know, this is Carol Luca Burns.
Hi.
You've heard me reference her many times in Toolbox Diaries, primarily based on feedback she has provided, which is what she does best.
There we are.
Yeah. So I think I mentioned before, but Hannah, you and I, we talked about this, but we studied with Carol several years ago.
Many years ago.
Many
Many,
years
many.
ago.
Of course, if I say many, then it says how old you are. So maybe I won't do that.
Right. So, but yeah, I was a savant. I started college at 5. But anyways, so, and my favorite recent feedback, I think I mentioned it when I was talking about Bobby Pico, was that when Michael Starobin had done my theme song, and recorded it, vocally, and then said, no, you need to come down and do it yourself, because it's yours. And I'm like, I don't know. And I told you, and you said, I'd stick with Michael's version.
That's true.
So I want to talk about a lot of stuff you're doing right now, but I wanted to talk about the big news, which I know you've shared with everybody, but coming this December, big activities going on, right? In the family? Grandchild?
Well, I think December. No, I think December. Corby says January 3rd. But I said, look, you got to do everything you can to push it out before December 31st, because then you get to tax deduct for the entire year. You save money. So I don't know. I came early. Corby came early. So yeah, maybe Christmas, huh?
I remember you telling me that, like, the first conversation about, oh, yeah, first of all, she's pregnant, she's having a baby, and she's got to get it done before the 31st. I also remember that it wasn't too long thereafter that I was up visiting, and you had childproof the entire house.
Oh, it's true.
For the little one who won't be big enough to walk for another year and a half. But that's
Right.
okay. That's okay. That's right.
Plan ahead.
Every time I tried to plug something in, I had to get in there with my nail and try to pull out those little things.
That's right. We just did the drawers today with the knives. I know. Always plan ahead. It's like scheduling. It's like scheduling a theater event.
I know.
Like, you know.
I know.
I was always good at scheduling.
You were brilliant at scheduling, and I've told you before that I stole that. I mean, I used that in my own career because you were brilliant. You didn't waste anybody's time. You just did. You just had the bare necessities. Whoever needed to be there, great, and if not, out of there. Which is really brilliant. The light's coming through your window, and I have to say, you've got sort of a like chariots coming down from heaven thing going on behind you. Well, let's talk about that. So you just finished your series of, let me get this right, Carol, Citizenship Made Easy for Visual Learners.
Yes.
That's a mouthful.
Well, it is, and I'm a visual learner. So, and John, the advantage of it is that I finally got it down so that I would be talking and then I would just go off on a tangent, you know. Typical, right? I always did that in class. The stories.
I'm familiar with the tangents, yes.
Yes, the Hello Dolly stories with me sitting in the balcony and behind a pole, limited vision seating, and I would go this way and Channing would go that way and I would go, yeah, it was kind of crazy. But, and I finally put up a teacher's page, how teachers can use it. Yep. And then I got on the Facebook, I got something back from a student of mine, former student of mine who teaches English as a second language. And she said, I wonder if this would help my students. So I haven't responded yet, but because I'm going to watch a couple more videos, but I think it will. Yeah. All you need to do is watch four times, 4 15-minute videos underscored by Bobby Pico's music, which gets you right in the mood. And there we are. Yeah, no, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, you'll be wearing red, white, and blue before you know it.
Yeah, there you go. My goal, though, is to get other people in Sarasota County to pick it up so I don't have to teach anymore.
So again, for people who may not know you, certainly any of Carol's students will not be surprised by your doing the citizenship stuff. But Carol, how many years did you teach when you were teaching?
Well, if you go back, I started teaching when I was in college.
God.
Because, you know, I was doing stuff and I brought in kids. So I did figure I've taught 4,000 people in my lifetime.
Oh my God.
And that doesn't include Corby.
It doesn't include what?
Corby. Oh. My daughter. Doesn't include her.
Yeah, well, that's another.
I think she counts for 100, but that's
that's another whole program right there. Yeah. That's another whole program. But yeah, again, I'm glad thanks for doing this because it's so much fun to have you doing this with me. But also because I do reference you a lot, it's good for people that actually have a reference point. And Carol, like she said, she taught for years. She taught a lot of different things, but I mean, for myself and for a lot of people, it was musical comedy, which people probably like, what? You take musical comedy? But we did. And a big part of it was feedback, right? Providing feedback and students giving students feedback, but you giving a lot of feedback. And it wasn't easy. It wasn't always easy. You are relatively clear.
Tough love.
Oh yeah. That's, if you look that up in the dictionary, people, you'll see her picture. Yeah, tough love. But yeah, so much fun. And I think just to kind of wrap that part up, the amazing part is that you have the largest following, I think, probably of any teacher that can possibly think of, because you have all these people that are still in your life.
I know.
From all those years.
I think it's because it was musical theater and it was us against everybody else, because musical theater and children's theater, which were very new when I arrived on the college campus, people looked down on it as second class. And now everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing it.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I was on the cutting.
Yeah, and so I mean, in addition to you having this, you have an incredible list of folks that are still in your life that went through you, that you taught and whatever. But the other interesting thing is that, like people like me are blessed because many of the people that are the nearest and dearest and loved in my life, I met in college in those classes. And today are just as close as we were then. Which is bizarre. And you can tell it's bizarre because when the husbands, wives, partners come into our lives, right? They're like, what the hell is going on? What's going on here? What is happening? Like, this is just so bizarre. So
remember
it's always
how surprised Stephen Sondheim was?
Like, yes.
Stephen Sondheim said, "You're still in touch with people you taught at college?" And I thought, yeah.
Carol and John and a bunch of us were very fortunate. We went to Paris a couple of years ago because, again, the incredible Michael Starobin, they did an amazing production of
Sunday in the Park at the Opera. It was at the Opera House, right?
Was it the Opera House? No, that's not the Opera House. I forget the name of that theater, but it was amazing. But they did this huge production of it with like a 40+ piece orchestra, and it was phenomenal. We went over and spent some time over there and watched the show. And one of the highlights of my life, Michael Starobin saying, do you want to meet Stephen Sondheim? I'm like, yes, please, thank you. And he was very generous. He came over and met with us. And he was a little shocked that we were like, what? So you went to college together and she taught you? Like, yeah, that's what we do. We hang, and now we're in Paris. So we're feeling good about it. That was a great trip. That was
with April. April in Paris.
April in Paris. It was beautiful and gorgeous, and everything was wonderful about that. So so that we got our Stephen Sondheim fix. So I also wanted to talk about your art.
Oh, which you have?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm an owner. Did you really get into that once you moved down, when you started going down to Florida in the winters? Is that when that all?
Yeah.
That was like the initial step into that. And they have this great art center, like walking distance from your home, which is amazing.
They're just great. And so I didn't know anything, and the teacher would come by, and the early sculptures, she kind of fixed them up. So I said, people who have talent, but if you don't have talent, you got to have a gimmick, just like Gypsy, right? You got to have a gimmick.
Exactly.
So I came across, I had all my original 45 records from when I was in high school, right? I had like Rock Around the Clock and, crazy stuff like that. And so I decided, I took all my records and I said, I'm going to make a sculpture I'm going to put the record in somehow, involve it in the sculpture. A way to get rid of your 45. And also, people have these little memories. So then I started to get, I decided I was going to do some political stuff. And those were big hits. No 45 records involved, just political statements. And it was very interesting in the last go around because there was auctions. You bought one at the auction. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And you could see who was voting for Trump and who wasn't.
Right. Because
they were all like kicking the ball and in Putin's pockets, this big thing. This big bear and stuff like that. So it was it was a lot of fun. I got a lot of feedback from that. Positive feedback. I mean, it was.
I thought too when you were doing your paintings and you were doing some sculpture and stuff like that. But I really thought that I told you this, hit your mark with when you started doing those political pieces and the shadow box stuff. I mean, that bear one, I still wish that there were multiple versions of that because I thought that bear one was stupendous, and I'm sure that there'll be more of those. But But that was a great piece. And that
I
somebody
like
bought that. Somebody bought that in the.
Somebody bought that and said, I don't know who it was. He said he was going to put it, and he picked it up on. I called on Monday because if it hadn't been sold, I was going to buy it back.
Yeah.
And or I was going to buy it, not buy it back. But I was going to buy it, and they said, "Oh no, he came in today to pick it up. He's so excited. He's putting it in his office." And I thought, wonder if he runs Democratic headquarters. I mean, really.
Carol Burns. So I want to talk about one of my favorite things in the whole wide world, which I never would have expected, is the painting parties.
Oh, yes.
I love the painting parties. My God. Who would have guessed?
Yeah, I never would have. I never thought about it.
That first time I was like, oh. But, and so basically, I'm sure people know what those are, but bottom line is a bunch of people get together and, well, the first time we did it, John and I were the only two men out of like probably 30 women or something like that. It was crazy. We also had, what I love about the painting parties is that we went to dinner, we had a couple Cosmos, then we had wine while we were painting. Part of the reason I want to talk about this is because I have a very funny clip from that I would love to put in here. But okay, so Carol has gotten carried away with her shadowing. That's the blue area. So we're now saying that she's in some sort of a pond. I have painted the end of the world. So altogether, the Louvre has just called, and clearly, the museum has already contacted me about hanging this. They did get specific as to where. Look, Carol's crying. She thinks my picture's so beautiful. You know, someone stands up in front and shows your painting, and you're supposed to duplicate it, which is a very loose term. I mean, you're very diligent. I mean, you're very, you're into it. You actually are attempting to, paint. Whereas, I'm just, all over the place. Although we did find out one thing that first time around, right?
Yes, waves.
Waves are my gift.
Waves. Not this kind of waves, the other kind of waves.
Exactly. Oh, yeah, no. Seashore waves. I'm basically Picasso.
Yes. Oh, yes.
But that's where it begins and ends. That's when it begins and ends. And then.
But I thought the amazing thing is when I went I'm waiting in line at Goodwill to check out, and some woman turns to me and she said, "You were the one that had that wonderful young man at the paint party. He made me laugh. I loved him." And I said, "Must be Kevin."
You had me at young man. Again, fun. But it's such a great idea. Everybody brings food and drinks and stuff like that. And you just kind of, have fun. And it doesn't matter how good or bad you are. I mean, my first response to you when you said we're going to do it is I'm like, I don't paint. I can't paint. You were like, doesn't matter. And truthfully, it doesn't matter.
Well, Peter can paint.
Peter, we found out, has some talent.
A lot.
He does. All right. Yes, he's talented. Okay, so this is the results of our painting thing. This is mine. That's what it's supposed to be. This is Peter's. Peter's actually got talent. He actually has talent. And I was shocked because I really wasn't paying attention to what he was doing because I was so in love with, what I was creating. And
I thought you were in love with the wine.
I was in love with the wine. Thank God. And John brought a tumbler of Cosmos. So, I mean, basically, I'm blitzed by the time the paper gets, before I even touch the first brush. But, that's okay. I find it helps me. But, yeah. But I was so desperate, I put a snowman on the beach just because I was desperate.
Yes, you did.
People to like it. What else are you excited about?
Oh, I'm all packed. I'm excited about the move. And I'm excited about getting down there because John's going to start. We're going to start working on the house, and that's how we met. Well,
What?
John saw me in the shop and he decided he wanted to, yes, yes, yes. I was the first cougar before cougar became a word.
It's really fun to watch. Not to belabor the point, but exactly what were you doing in the shop when John saw you and decided that?
Oh no, okay. I was
This is a
standing.
good move.
This is back during the days of tall go-go boots, not the short ones, but the
Oh
tall.
yeah, oh yeah.
And I had on a short skirt. I had on a suit. It was a peppermint suit that actually Sue Scannell wore in a musical because I used to do them all to the costume department. But she, what was the question?
The question.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh my
no,
God, I actually remember what the question was, which
No,
is
I
even
do
more
too. I
surprising.
do too.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Oh, all the pieces of the puzzle start to fill in.
They do. And then and when he started working on my house, I had bought this little 1776 house down in Strawberry Bank,
Oh yeah.
and I hired him. And the advantage of hiring him,
It was charming.
it was, it was.
I know you don't like that word, but that house was
a
charming.
doll's house. It really was.
It was.
It was incredible because when I paid him, he would have to do what I wanted him to do.
Okay. See, this is
Later
getting
on,
into
we
an
got
area
married and we'd argue. I'd argue.
Just getting into an area I'm not sure I'm comfortable with, but okay. I'd pay him and he had to do what I asked him to. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That was a fantastic house. Absolutely fantastic house.
Paid $10,000 for it. Like 11 years later for $77,500. It's on the market last time for like $750,000.
And so to kind of wrap up for today,
You'll get it in a couple days.
Oh dear. See, this is what happens. Let me show you my last present from Carol. It's a blue screen that's supposed to be collapsible, but the last couple times I tried to close it, I got 2 black eyes and under my arms hurt so bad I had to take Tylenol PM. But but enough about me and my problems. But that's pretty much every conversation with you. And I know I am by far not alone in this particular issue, but I do get the opportunity to talk to you a lot, which is fabulous. But what I love about it is that, I always tell Hannah, it's trying to catch a train that's already left the station. Because no conversation ever starts with, hi, how are you doing? What's up? Your conversations always start with, do you have a pen? Do you have a pen? What are you doing right now? Where are you? Okay, listen, I'm doing this or what. It's always as if we'd already been in a conversation for half an hour and this is just the next conversation. No, that's how every call basically starts off. And it's amazing. I don't have anybody else in my life that does that.
Yeah, but I don't have much time left. I can't waste time with
I can't. Yeah, no, so much for the niceties. No, let's just get to the heart of the matter and move on. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Always a joy to talk to you, as always.
Face to face.
Hey, face to face. I know. I don't think we've ever Zoomed before. No. Cool. Thank you.
It is.
Thank you.
See you later.
Love to John, and I will talk to you soon.
Yeah, call me when you get the package. I'm interested.
Oh, Lordy. I'm always so scared. I never know what's going to show up. I hope it's not expandable. I don't have any more room in the department.
No. It's an educational experience.
Okay, good. All right. Bye. Thank you.